The first hour, how to approach fixing your site for accessibility. And what is accessibility? Accessibility is making your site work for those with disabilities. So, for example, someone who is blind who may be using a screen reader to access your content. So if you've found out that you have to fix your site for accessibility because you're not in compliance, how would you go about approaching fixing this problem? Well, the first thing is you need to figure out what exactly is wrong with your site. What is not working for those with disabilities? And the best way to do this is to find a tool that's able to scan your site and is able to tell you what are the things that you need to fix. And the tool that I've been involved in the development of is Web Access Pro. And what's great about it is it can scan pretty much instantaneously. So the moment you install it in Chrome and get your free trial, you can go ahead and apply it to your site, and you press a button, and almost immediately it will tell you what's wrong with your site. And the other thing that's great about it is it's going to be able to tell you what errors are minor, what errors are serious, and what errors are critical. So in this first hour, what you want to do is you want to create an approach for how you're going to help fix what's wrong with your site. And it's best to develop a game plan. So by knowing which errors are the most critical, you know which are the things that you need to address first. And so what you can do is do a scan and then take down that information of what errors are critical and which ones are serious, which ones are moderate, and which ones are minor, and list them down. And that way you can take a look at what you have and you can develop a schedule of what you're going to do, what you're going to approach first. And some people may decide to do this in a different way. You may want to tackle the biggest problems first because they're most critical, but you can also approach it like if a lot of the minor errors are things that are very simple to fix, like for example, declaring the language of your website. So basically adding to your HTML tag that your website is in a certain language, for example, EN for English, then that's a very simple fix. So you may want to take some of those minor errors and just get rid of them because you can take care of them quickly. So it's a good thing to kind of take a bird's eye view of all the things that are there, and you can see which ones are things that you can manage quickly and which ones are going to take more directed focus on your part. Like for instance, some complicated JavaScript that's causing an issue, and that might take a little bit of time to fix. So I think in that first hour, the best thing for you to do is to do a scan, find a tool. You don't have to use Web Access Pro, but I'm using it as an example here. Find a tool that can quickly scan your site and tell you what's wrong, and then make a list of those problems and put them in a priority so that you have a game plan. And as soon as you have a plan, a schedule, it'll help you to relax, because sometimes getting these letters or that they call them demand letters that are saying you're not in compliance, and if you're not in compliance, we're going to fine you, we're going to sue you, or whatever. It causes a lot of stress on a person to receive a letter like this, something from a lawyer or something that maybe appear very threatening to you. So by having a plan, understanding what you need to do, that will help you relax and come up with an approach to fix this issue. And then you don't have to be stressed out because you know what the problem is and you know how you're going to take care of it. And you're going to have a systematic way of going step by step to correcting each error so that you can respond to this letter. And then you can be assured that you're not going to have further issues with fines and lawsuits and whatever, because you're taking care of the problem, you're being proactive. And as long as you bring your site up to guidelines, then it's not going to end up in court. Presented by Designers learn code.